Hi guys, welcome to part two. This is going from your setup trainer to actually putting on the bike. And now before we put our bike on, I've got one of our training skewers here just to show and demonstrate how to put the bike on without actually putting the bike on, and then I'll go ahead and put the bike on actually. So when we begin here, we notice that you've got your trainer set up. All the cords are connected back here. Green light is flashing. You can't see that because it's on the other side here. But here, you're going to get it like so. So this, how you first get this, you've got one side and you've got another side, okay? And here, pay attention to here. You're going to rotate through here. You're going to see that this is a nice smooth side, okay? So this is my right side, your left side. Going to be your right side if you're thinking about from where you are riding the bike, okay? So the right side is full. It is all same level, okay? Now the left side is where we put in our skewer, okay? And you can see that it has a couple of cutouts here. I'm going to rotate it a little bit more to demonstrate that it has a little bit of a cutout, okay? So that's where we're going to make sure that this skewer is locked in. So here, you've got this little notch on the back, this little black notch. It flips back and forth, kind of like a light switch. You're gonna flip it back away from the trainer, and that way it unlocks it, if you will. You'll be able to slide it out from there. And if you have it down, you'll know that you can't slide it. You can't slide it at all. So you're gonna flip it away from the trainer. That way it allows you to slide it back and forth, okay? From there, you're gonna slide your bike in and you're going to connect the skewer, and you're gonna rotate that skewer around. So because you're gonna have your bike here, right? Your bike is going to be immobile. The skewer is going to be immobile. And you're going to rotate that around until that cusp slides into this head here, okay? And from there, you're going to hold it on that one side, and then use this side. You're going to press in and connect, okay? So you got that cupping, and then naturally, if it doesn't, it should, but if it doesn't, that black switch, that light switch we turned off, is now we're gonna have to turn it back on because that locks it into place. So you're gonna flip it back toward the trainer this time, so in toward the trainer, and then you're going to righty-tighty, okay? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, that's how we get it on. We don't mess with this side. We right and tight. We loosen and tighten with this side, okay? So the side that we have with the switch on it, that's the side that we want to tighten and loosen from, okay? So now I'm gonna actually try to get the bike on there and show you how it's done. And for that, I'm going to turn it around this way, okay? So notice how we've got this switch. This is the switch that is pretty much all essential for what we're talking about here, okay? So we're gonna get the bike, or your bike, and you are going to, before we put the trainer on, guys, be aware of all these wires that are here. There's very minimal wires on this one. Some wires have long wires. Just be careful when you're putting on. Before we connect the skewer to the clasp of the trainer, we want to make sure that all wires are up and out of the way. Make sure that clasp goes in, cut suctions around that skewer, and we're good to go. I like to slide the ring out of the way just so I can get a little bit of firm grip, but it doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is you are going to set up the back side like we said. So what I'm doing here is I'm back here and I'm rotating around, setting up that cusp, that saddle cutout whatever you want to call it. I'm setting that up here, so it's still loose over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm bringing this in, pushing it in so it's still loose, and I'm connecting it to that inside part. So that part that has the switch, I'm connecting that in there, okay? And now this time it naturally just did it by itself because we pushed it in, but note that you will have to, maybe sometimes you will have to move that switch toward the trainer, toward your bike, whatever that may be, okay? And what you're gonna do, again, you're gonna right, tight, okay? So we're gonna tighten it. Again, not moving that left side at all. Notice my left hand is right here. Okay, so we're tightening it just so it's tight enough to hold the bike on. So now your bike is set up. Front side is, however, not set up. So depending on your comfortability level, there's the ring we have a bunch of different settings. So as far as how high it can go. I generally like to, based on preference for the client, I like to set it up where the highest one is, and the higher the better, I hear. But you're going to put it under here, like so. So you've got those cutouts again, and you're gonna put the wheel right in the middle, right in that sweet spot. Okay? So from there, your bike is set up, all ready to go, and a couple more things to note from here, okay? So you're going to, number one, before we tighten this, okay? Before we tighten it to this flywheel, to the back wheel of your bike, you're going to check your tire pressure. I would definitely check your tire pressure, especially with, we don't know how long it's been since your tire pressure's been checked. If you check it regularly, great. These trainers, technically, they say it's about 100 PSI we're looking for to hold at, that your tire should be at. That's optimal. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna tighten this wheel back here, and you notice that it should be moving slightly back and forth, okay? So what now I'm doing is I'm loosening it, right? So you should be moving, when it's loose, it should be shifting backward. When you tighten, it should shift toward that bike. And you're looking for about, once it meets the bike, you're looking for about 2 or 3 more twists. We don't want to be all the way in toward that bike and just a little bit of an indent on that bike. That's what we're looking for, okay?